Oh. Yeah.
That fish is staring you down, Greg. Oh my gosh, what are we doing?
Testing.
Check, check. 1, 2, 3.
Hello, hello.
Good morning, this is Science.
Warning.
Nav, when you get situated, I'd like to talk to you.
Oh my God, please do.
Yes.
Any moment.
So I don't like the screen I see. I want what you see. And I think it's on the monitor I can't control.
What do you see back there?
I see, I think there's like a, let me just walk up to you.
Okay, I can come back there too.
Yeah,
Okay.
would you mind coming back to me?
Yep.
Thank you.
I think she's got the substrate overlay.
Yes,
On
straighten
back
us
here.
out. There you go.
Yeah.
One. It's too much. I'm gonna go in auto mode. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, let's go and do a.
Ooh.
Good morning, SCF here, checking in.
Science 2, can you give me an audio test?
Check, check, check. Oh, no, sorry, this is Science 1. Caitlin's talking, hold on.
I thought you were Science 2 as well. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone out there. This is the 12 to 4 watch. We've just transitioned from the last team. Hope you're all doing well. We are currently in the Greater Farallones National Marine Sanctuary, and we are conducting transects of the seafloor in order to characterize the bottom. Looks like mostly we've seen a lot of soft substrate, so a lot of mud and sand. We've been hoping to find a little bit more rock, which is an excellent substrate for finding deep sea corals and sponges on. So, but finding a lot of any bottom is good. It helps us to determine what's out there. So in a little bit we'll introduce ourselves. But for now, glad to be here and glad to have you with us.
All right, I have to dig out the substrate map, which will take me a moment. But it sounds like there's no specifically planned transects. We're gonna do a little dance through here, explore to 2C, and then maybe attempt to transect here, but not sure if that would be easy to do with the slope.
Doesn't look easy. Let me try it. Yeah, looks a bit steep. Are those still 10-meter divisions?
They are, yeah. Oh, that's pretty long too. That's yeah, 700 meters.
So let's end it at 200. And then
So just, yeah, through the less maybe slopey part, try
Yes.
to 200?
Yeah, maybe that'll work,
yes,
yeah.
and then we can explore from that endpoint over to the D.
Over to Z, okay, and then just keep kind of moving along.
Yeah.
All right, but we do get to play first here, so that's good, a good warm-up.
Yes.
Let me just find that substrate map, so just give me a moment, and then we'll get a move on.
Okay, well, while we're waiting, Herc, can we take a Niskin? This is a good spot to do a control Niskin.
Sure.
Thank you.
Jess, you want to do that? Oh, we are racked in. No, we're not.
Sorry, I
This
didn't
is
quite hear
sample
that.
tray.
What was the
Niskin.
Niskin? Roger.
Niskin.
Definitely.
Who did that?
Video, how's my audio? Is it too loud for you?
You actually sound a little quiet. Could you?
Okay, yeah, I'll put it. Clip.
Thank you.
How's that?
Particle enhancer on.
And then we've got Niskins 8, 9, 10, and 11 available.
9, 10, 11 available, roger.
8 to 11, so.
Video is the Zeus full wide. There we go. Thank you.
All right, coming up.
We have a plan. Sure.
So, sorry, so 9, 10, 11 available, yeah?
Yeah, 8, 9, 10, 11. So
8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah,
Oh,
we've got
take the
options.
pick.
7 is gone. So you have to do 8.
7 is gone.
yeah, 7's gone.
8's a tricky one. It's all dilapidated there. It's falling apart.
Oh, that's helpful.
Okay, you guys got an eye on the camera?
If you want to see high pack, you just, I don't want to get rid of that, but.
Anything?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's the internet one.
Come on. Nothing, really?
Oh, it might have been perhaps an intern set it up. That's the one that tricks people. Hey, you're pulling on it pretty good.
Yeah. Should I go for another one?
That might be no good.
Yeah,
you know that's got the intern trick on it.
What's the intern trick?
It's got the clasp to do that one up is different than all the other ones. And it always seems like you can tell them all you want. Oh no, did you?
Oh, now it looks like it, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
I didn't actually see that go, but 8 is definitely gone. I can see 2 there now.
Yeah, I didn't see it go either.
In your notes, has anybody taken 8?
Huh?
Back row data?
Yeah. So do you think 8 is, I couldn't see, did it?
It is gone now, but
Okay.
did Jess just do it, or was it? I think you just did it.
Oh no, 8 wasn't, no, Jess just did it.
Yeah,
8,
there
yeah,
you
we
go,
only
we're good.
had 7.
I didn't see it pop, but it's gone now.
Yeah, I
Okay.
didn't see it pop, but yeah, it's taken.
It's
so
taken? Okay.
presumably we just did it.
Yeah, I mean, it hadn't been used yet, so.
Okay.
Okay. Then yes, 8 is
Yeah.
ours.
All right, and that's our control.
We're gonna get
And
to
that's
there.
sample 28 now.
And then start a transect.
Intern
down
has
there.
passed the test.
And then get to this.
pole on that one though. I didn't see it go.
I know. It's weird.
Strange. Stranger things, I suppose, have happened.
What was that sample number again?
28.
Thank you.
All right, video, you push in past that bit of stuff. Thank you.
400.
Actually, I want to do gauges real quick. Here's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's 4.5.
XY. It's a nice ray.
Okay, I'm situated. So GF2C is about 400 plus meters away, so we have some time.
Zoom in there, video.
Oh,
Oh,
hello.
there you got a
Nice.
flatfish and a ray. Is that a halibut?
No, I believe that's a Rexel.
A Rexel.
And then that's some kind of skate. Maybe a deep sea skate.
Huh. It's definitely a male.
Yes.
Oh, look at that.
Buddies.
Can you cause a predation of it?
See how long the pectoral fin is on that flatfish. That's how you can tell those kind apart.
And that's is that a sunstar that we're seeing up in front of our Rexel?
Yes. It's a Rathbanaster.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Oh,
Rathbanaster. What a fun name.
it's fun to say.
I feel like our soul is just
Wow.
really sociable. He's
Right
just
over
going
on-
over
Yeah,
to
trying to
everybody.
make friends.
Very bold.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's how you make friends with a sea star.
What was that little orange star that we were seeing in front of our, what did you call it, a Rathbanaster?
The small.
That little one?
Yeah.
Bitty.
Oh, the white one with the many arms is the Rathbanaster.
Okay.
I don't know what that orange one is.
That one, that one's orange though, so Aaron, you got to be happy about that, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, full wide, please. Thank you.
Alrighty. You guys want to go somewhere?
Yeah,
Oh.
let's do
Let's
it.
do it.
All right, let's do it. All right, so we're going to head down to GF2. Do you want us to just kind of, I can start just shifting down that way and you can play a bit?
Okay, I see.
We're
Yeah.
here, we're going there.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll just kind of start tracking us down that way and see if we get enough movement.
Sounds great.
You would rather stepped or tracked? Any preference?
Oh, you can step down there.
Alrighty.
What's the distance to that target? The distance to the target.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. 400 meters.
All right.
All right, so I'm going to do bearing 121 and just start doing 20 meters.
1, 2, 1.
Roger, 121, 20 meters.
Bridge nav.
There's a flatfish.
Can
under
we
them.
get a 20 meter step bearing 121? Thank you.
Can I have lasers on, please?
Yep, sorry.
No worries. Thank you.
What's the little that red fish, rockfish?
That was a thorny head.
Thorny
What?
head.
I
We
missed
saw
a
our first
rockfish.
thorny head.
We'll see more, I promise.
Aw. Actually, is this a good time for intros? If it is, why don't we shake things up and go from the back row? And earlier, somebody wanted to know what your favorite movie is, but I'm gonna let's put a twist to that. What's your favorite ocean movie?
Oh.
First one that came to mind was Life Aquatic.
Ooh.
Yes, that is a good
This is Sage Tezak on the science row.
Nice.
Hi, I'm Caitlin Grave. I'm in the science row. I'm with the Cordell Bank National Marine Sanctuary. And I'm going to have to go on the kid level with ocean movie and say Finding Nemo.
Good
Ooh.
one.
Yeah, I was gonna say that I was debate. This is Magda Flores. I was debating between Finding Nemo and Ponyo, because I can't. I
Oh,
like them
Ponyo.
both.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
You ready to move it up here?
You're up.
Yep.
All right. So I'm Erin Heffron. I am navigator. And yeah, it is Life Aquatic. I can't even think of another one.
Michael Hannaford. Go with The Abyss.
Ooh, the abyss.
I would have taken a Life Aquatic though.
Is your favorite scene in the abyss when they're doing the CPR and bring back Elizabeth Mastantonio's character?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
What?
No, I'm kidding. I just can't remember that scene.
Wow, I was having a heart attack there myself.
This is Jess Sandoval. Favorite movie? Probably Finding Nemo. I like when my nieces and my nephew kind of giggle when they watch it. So
Wow.
This is Ashley Siana, video engineering intern. Kind of like The Perfect Storm. Does that count?
Oh,
that's a
that
good
definitely
one.
counts.
Yeah,
That
that's a
definitely
great one.
counts.
And Life Aquatic.
And the life. Let's go. Yeah, those are really good.
The combined efforts of George Clooney and Marky Mark. Not to stop us.
Wow, that is nice. And I am Dave Chan from the Pennington Marine Science Center, and your Science Communication Fellow. I don't know. I think I'm going to go super old school and say the Poseidon Adventure, but I'm going to go original and say the, I think Charlton Heston version. So you can't beat old Chuck Heston. And we have our first question for you, science team. Somebody would like to know if sea urchins, sea stars, and sea cucumbers are related and how.
That's a good question. They are related. They're in the same phylum, Echinodermata. And I believe the way they're related is they have water vascular systems.
Oh, interesting. What does that mean? Like that is actually how they control the movement of water through their bodies, or?
Right, so it's a way they can move water through their bodies that allow them to move. So essentially they could walk in a very human term.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's not what about the
Catfish
body
everywhere.
symmetry?
Yeah.
Do they all share like radial symmetry as well?
I don't think the cucumbers do.
I know there's something about echinoderms sharing
Yeah.
some kind of symmetry, and it could be like in larval stages.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know.
Is this essential flatfish habitat? Because they're everywhere.
It's
They
such a
are
flatfish.
everywhere.
Oh yeah. Oh, you worked that in. That was great.
That was good.
Zoom in video. We'll get this one as we go by.
Is this the kind of seabed you guys anticipated here? in a red zone?
No, we were hoping for more rock here.
Yeah. Oh, hey. Surprise answer in the back row.
Oh, okay. Come wide.
The backscatter shows up quite bright as well.
It's because of the high sand content.
Huh.
So we're seeing a lot of Rexel, and
Yeah.
flatfish can be either left eye or right eye. And so what that means is when you look at the fish in hand and you see its pectoral fin, if the pectoral fin is facing up at, I guess it's easier to describe it looking at a fish, but that's the way you tell a left eye from a right eye. So we can do some quizzing along the way. But these Rexel have this really long pectoral fin. It's very dark. So that one, you can see the pectoral fin facing to the top. And so the eyes are on the right. So that's a right. This type of flatfish is a right eye flatfish.
Zoom in there.
Huh.
Left eyes are usually, there are not as many in this area, but they're more like the sand dabs and halibut can be left eyes.
So whether you're left-eyed or right-eyed, is
Oh,
that
I
is that
see.
species dependent only, or are there a few Rexels out there that are left-eyed?
Okay, full wide.
It does not vary within Rexels, but it does. So Rexels are always right-eyed, but the halibut often change, which makes it tricky for identification. But for the most part, per species, they stick to a side.
Interesting.
How's that Rexel different from the soles that are in our field guide?
Bridge nav.
What do you mean?
Are
Another
they
step,
also
please.
Rexels are a type of deep sea sole, or?
Oh, it's like a species of.
Oh, it's a
there are
species.
multiple species of
Okay.
flatfish, yeah. So we're a little too shallow now to see deep sea sole.
Okay.
There's also Dover sole.
Early sea urchins.
Oh, flipping out.
Science,
Oh wow.
do you want to, do we want to force some ship moves more zigzag? Because we're kind of just tracking a contour, but I don't know if there would be any change.
Oh yeah, let's try that. Let's explore different contours.
I don't think you're going to do any better than the line that I picked. It was the one with the most slope. I think we should
What's the line you picked?
That's
Just
fine.
straight.
Is it a rockfish?
between the points that I
Okay,
picked.
just straight line points.
There's one finally.
Uh-oh, that looks like a rockfish.
Zoom in there, video.
Kind of blotchy.
Yeah. Is that one of our thorny heads?
That's not a.
That is not a thorny head. I actually believe that's an aurora.
Aurora.
rockfish.
Oh, beautiful.
If we want to do zigzagging and exploring, we'd be better off on that ridge to the east.
Ridge to the east.
Too zoomed in now to see it. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so when we get to the end of that next transect, do you think that's a better place to play around?
When you get on that ridge,
See how
it's a
it's
good
scanned.
place to play around.
Okay. All right, so okay to keep tracking straight through then? Okay.
It's a very pale one.
It is
Oh,
really
yeah.
washed
Light in it.
out.
That's
Yeah.
not the.
So why are rockfish called rockfish? Is it because they lay on the bottom?
Okay,
Is
full
there some
wide
other
video.
reason?
They're primarily found in rocky habitats. Although we do see some in the soft sediment like this.
Well, we also get some species that we find up in the water column too, is that right?
That's true. So they're just, they all share a genus, and that's Sebastes.
Do we know what Sebastes means?
Oh,
No, I keep
I'm
forgetting.
gonna
It.
look that up.
What? How could you forget that?
But the-
Oh.
Isabel is out there asking what are some of these floating translucent things that are going by. I think I saw some siphonophores. Earlier we were seeing a lot of ctenophores. So that, what's this in the right-hand corner? Is that?
That was interesting.
Oh, what
The
are
right-hand corner. This thing floating?
Yeah.
Zoom in there, video. Oh, we don't have lasers on, sorry.
I've seen that before.
Huh.
Maybe it's an old larvacean, part of a larvacean house or something.
Yeah.
Ship? What's going on?
What's the ship doing?
Don't know. Mystery step.
Misbehavior?
Mystery step.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing.
Okay.
I'm starting to pass over you.
All right, full wide.
Bridge nav. Are we having trouble with the 121 bearing? When you're ready, can we get another step then? Okay, great, thank you.
Yeah.
Anybody?
Little rockfish.
Ooh,
That could.
rockfish. Is that another Aurora rockfish up there?
Zoom in, video.
Kind of looks like it.
Yeah. And this one has like the coloration that we see on them typically, right?
Yeah, they can have color variations, but you can see that it has two bands close to the top fin. That's its helpful signature.
It's really working.
Trying to get away from us.
Yeah. Maybe it's just trying to lead us to some rocky substrate.
If I had an intruder, I would also lead them to my home.
Yeah, this big whirring racket behind you.
Oh, look. Now, he must have heard us. He's just like, oh yeah, you're right, I should stop.
Yeah, what's that?
Tactic 2 is play dead.
They have such big eyes.
Jess, were you on when we were in Mexico? We saw the punk rockfish.
No, I wasn't on in Mexico.
Some kind of fish, punk rockfish in Mexico, but it was like had green. It looked like it had spikes and piercings and everything. It was just like hanging out.
Piercings.
Wow.
Causing trouble. How's the ship doing, Aaron?
It's moving, just not in the direction that I want
Where's
it
it
to.
going now? That's not 121.
It's not 121.
Well, all right, you're gonna have to phone him. Excuse me.
is that another Rexel?
Oh,
Or we just,
that one, yeah.
yeah.
Yep. Science team, do you have a favorite flatfish?
I don't discriminate. I like them all.
Isn't there one that's called a tonguefish?
Cool. The flatfish are pretty neat.
Oh,
Shy grug.
Oh, so here's another type of flatfish.
oh
Yeah.
what's this?
So that's a Dover sole.
Dover sole.
Sure what, this is a struggle. Like the wind and the current are both going that way. We are struggling.
That's a different type of star. Is that a bat star, or it just looks like a bat star?
I don't think it was a bat star. I don't usually see those at this
Is
in
it
this
too
kind of
deep?
habitat.
Hmm.
I think they're getting their bearings there.
Yeah, it's moving in the right direction. We're okay.
There's some hard rock.
Bridge nav.
Oh.
Another step, please.
Oh, there's another Aurora rockfish.
I actually believe that one's a thorny head.
That's a thorny head.
So you can see how large its pectoral fins are.
Zoom in video.
Oh yeah, it looks also like a little more elongate, and it's got a slimmer body, yeah?
Exactly, and larger eyes.
Oh, larger eyes.
Yeah.
I think that's my new favorite rockfish on this dive.
So there are two types of thorny heads. There's a short spine thorny head and a long spine thorny head. And the way to tell them apart is by the length of the spine and their dorsal fin. This fish has his laying
Okay,
down.
full wide.
Oh, look.
There's a coral. Can we zoom on that coral, Herc?
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay, zoom in there video.
Oh, that's a cute star.
Is the pink and the white both coral?
What was that?
Is the pink at the bottom of the screen and the white at the top of the screen both coral?
Yes, you're right. So the bottom of the screen is a mushroom coral,
Oh,
which
right,
is a type
okay.
of soft coral.
Yep.
And this is a type of primnoid coral. Trying to
Starting to come
decide
over
which
you now.
one. I think it is. It's most likely Peristanella.
Can you zoom in anymore?
We sampled last night. on
That's
the
right.
race, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, full wide. I'm gonna have to push ahead here.
That's fine. That is.
What's this?
That's a big fin eel
Yeah,
pouch.
wow.
Ooh.
Zoom in quick. Very neat.
That's pretty.
Nice.
Okay, full wide. Sorry, I'm lagging behind here.
That's all right. I'll just wait for you to get back up.
So these are all thorny heads that I'm seeing. The redfish.
Oh.
So we call this a mixed substrate kind of habitat?
It's turning into a mixed substrate, yes.
Yay.
Some rocks.
That, some
Oh.
rocks.
There's some boulders.
And what makes a boulder a boulder?
It's based on the size. So we have criteria and size them using the paired lasers you see in the center of the screen.
Okay.
Bridge nav. Another step, please.
They really are just drifting along to the east, huh? Every time they get a chance.
Science, are you happy with the speed? You want us to slow down?
Maybe a little slower.
Okay. I can wait a bit between the steps too, give us a little more time.
Oh, let's check this sponge out. So it's to the right of the lasers. And it's,
To the right.
yeah.
This far right?
This white
Yeah,
guy
that's
down
amazing.
here.
It's cool. Let's zoom in their video.
So yeah, that's a sponge. Isn't that interesting?
It's like your fingers.
Thumb sponge.
Yeah, it's called a club sponge, but you're
Club
right, it could be
sponge,
like
really?
a finger sponge. Often we describe sponges based on their morphology, since it is so difficult to identify them without actually looking at them under a microscope and inspecting their spicules. That's great, thank you.
Okay, full wide.
Lots of little corals on this rock here, huh?
So that white plume you see at the bottom of the screen, those are actually cute sea cucumbers that are called sessile sea cucumbers.
And what are we seeing? We're just seeing mouth parts? Is
Exactly,
that right?
yeah.
So they're just down here feeding?
Yeah, their body is inside it, almost like a tube that's attached to the substrate. And they can retract those
Look at this side.
those mouth parts.
Where are the
there.
sea cucumbers?
Oh, so to the right of the lasers, it looks like a pom-pom, like that white bit right under the lasers now.
Oh, I thought that would be a coral.
Yeah, so it is. They're a bit deceiving.
Is that like their feeding tract that's just all outside and that they can pull it in?
Yep, exactly.
But they don't move,
All
they're
caught
just
up in a
attached
rock
to the
here.
rock.
Right, so that's why they're sessile.
Because they can, regular sea cucumbers, they can spit it out for as a defense mechanism.
Oh, yes.
But these guys just pull it in.
Mm-hmm.
On
Too many rocks. Over there.
on Catalina, I don't know why, there's like this superstition that if you kiss a sea cucumber, you get 7
Zoom
years
in
good
video.
luck. Is that also true up here?
I've never heard that one.
Geez, there's another flatfish under there. They're everywhere.
Big guy.
Interesting eyes.
That's a sea cucumber?
Yes,
Yeah.
where the left laser is.
Disbelief.
Really? Wow.
And it is next to a sponge, an encrusting sponge.
Cool.
You learned something today.
Yep. Okay. Full wide.
So they're called Solus squamatus. They have a fun name.
That is a fun name.
Oh, I see a barrel sponge
yeah.
straight ahead. Just the lasers just touched it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I see it. Oh, look at that yellow fan.
Zoom in video.
Yellow.
After we look at the sponge, we'll check
Okay.
it out. So this is a type of barrel sponge that is quite common in California. I believe the scientific name is Radiclipsis, but I can...
And is it just always covered in
Exact.
sediment?
Yeah, yeah, that's how it's easy to tell it apart from other barrel sponges.
Try and get it shot down in it.
But I don't know what the purpose is of all that brown sediment.
Hmm. No fun.
There's little brittle stars living on the outside. And there's another cucumber.
That's your cucumber.
Yeah,
huh?
wow.
Is that a
Okay,
little
full wide.
nudibranch or
Yeah, I was
the top
wondering.
left?
So I actually think, so that palm shape, like that that translucent white,
Yeah.
so that's another type of sponge.
Hmm.
It's
Yellow
a,
one.
yeah, it's
Oh.
a predatory sponge called asbestopluma. It comes in
Mm.
a few morphologies.
This is a good one.
We've
there.
seen the pipe cleaner
That's huge
kind.
back there. Is
Oh,
that
look
the
at that
yellow
big
you're
one.
looking
That's the
for?
yellow one there.
Yes,
back
please,
there,
let's
yeah.
look at that.
Oh, wow.
The other crusting sponge there. I'm pretty much full down right now, so I'll just turn around to see you.
Yeah, right under you.
Yeah.
Is that a
When you get a chance, I want you to look at, oh no, looks like potentially our daisy is loose there. Oh, looking too.
Oh, wow, that's terrible. Uh-oh. Okay, zoom in there.
Oh, that's pretty.
Wow.
Oh, I actually think it's a sponge. We're looking at the underside of a sponge, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not-
what did you think it was?
I thought it was a gold coral.
Oh.
So a type
gold
of...
Oh.
It looks like it has a halo around it. It's actually gold.
Yeah. Oh, that's really interesting.
You zoom in anymore? Wow, that's crazy.
Hmm.
Very neat.
Cool shot.
Yeah, I haven't seen a sponge like this before.
No, it's
No?
a first.
Yeah.
Suckle sponge.
Wow.
Ooh, can we see the other side of it?
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
possible?
come wide a bit, video, please. Full wide. Steer around over there. Yeah, Jess, I'm going to stretch that out. See
Yeah.
if it fixes it.
Is it that giant one also a sponge?
Yes.
On each side, there's two giant
I know,
sponges.
they're
Yes,
everywhere.
let's look at both.
Go wide around it so I don't mess up this big dinner plate sponge here.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on it. It's like a loop is actually loose.
Could this large yellow one on the bottom also be similar to, because it also looks like it's kind of
Oh,
fanning
cool.
out
Wow.
like that, like a,
I-
kind of like a trumpet or.
Oh, I
a-
think you might be on to something.
Right,
Like
they
it
look
has
very
the
similar.
divot, yeah.
Okay, zoom in again, video.
Wow.
Oh,
That's
cool.
very cool.
Wow.
That's cool.
Good shot.
It's like looking at a storm from space.
Wow.
Cool.
Well, it's a type of glass sponge, but other than that, I've never seen one that's looked like this before. It's really beautiful.
Okay, come wide. Big vase one kind of thing over here.
That's it. So I think this terrain, yeah, it is mixed. I think it is just showing up differently because of the draping on the other image. But if you look at HYPACK now, this is just the straight up raster, and it's definitely all labeled as mixed.
And zoom in there.
Can we have one photo without the lasers on?
Yeah.
Got a few.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, full wide. Alright, science, we want to do a little tiny bit of tether maintenance for a minute.
Okay.
See our daisy chain looks a little bit loose, so when that happens, I'd like to just I'm just going to come up off the bottom and stretch that out. See if it fixes, so maybe like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Science team. So Diana from Northwest England, who I think was on last time we were on shift, is asking if there's some benefit for the radial symmetry of animals. She's noticed that a lot of the fish seem to have large bony heads, and which are similar to gurnards in the UK.
Oh, look at that.
So are there any fish that are more aerodynamic or hydrodynamic actually that we might see, you think?
Come up a little bit, Jess.
Sure thing.
I got the hill in front of me
I
here.
believe the midwater species are a little more hydrodynamic with their fin shapes and general body morphology. But these rockfish, since they're primarily bottom dwellers, speed isn't their main priority.
That's fine.
All right, I'll hold off here.
And we've also got a another viewer who is curious about the sea star wasting disease, and I am as well actually. I thought that I had heard like up in areas a little further north, sea stars like these sun stars that we've been seeing were once very common, but are actually haven't been seen a lot yet lately. So are we kind of excited about seeing these sun stars that we've been seeing and all these other stars?
The sea star wasting disease,
Not falling through, is it?
I think
but it's
really
a lot
hit
less
hard though.
loose now.
It started in the Pacific Northwest and made its way
I'm gonna
down
take Argus's camera
the
here
California
real quick.
coast about
Switch it.
4 years ago.
Hmm.
I gotta look that one up. The short answer is that that syndrome really hammered
I can't do
a
that.
species of
Looks like it's
sea star that's
It's just there,
common
so
in
just
the
keep a good
intertidal
eye on
zone.
it and make sure it's not.
the
Well,
Piesaster
if you think it's getting any
Yeah.
worse,
sea stars. So those are the
we'll do this
more
again.
purple
We'll just
and
check it as long as it doesn't travel too far now.
orange stars that some people
Yeah.
can see at really low
Okay.
tides.
I must have
Okay.
been slacking
So
one of them and they got
rat,
pulled loose when they were
she's
trolling
right
or
that
something like
Just
the
got
sun
this, like,
stars
loop
were
come out of it
impacted,
now.
but
Yeah.
actually it wasn't these rathbanasters. These are too deep. It
All
was
right, I just-
Pycnopodia.
We'll just keep an eye on it.
So similar morphology, but the Pycnopodia have a really thicker, fatter central disc,
Hmm.
and
Car wash.
they were also really hit hard by sea star wasting syndrome. I was recently intertidling in Santa Cruz, where I live, and I was happy to see quite a few Pisaster in the intertidal on this one beach that had been devastated by the wasting disease. So I don't think it's an issue. Essentially the sea stars are on the mend, so that's the good news.
Oh, well, that's good news.
Mm-hmm.
Cool to see Pisaster in the intertidal again, huh?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Sage.
Hey.
Do you know this map is labeled as substrate draped versus this one, which was 2 and 3 substrate, look quite different. Do you have any idea?
So
That's
right. The one you have on the screen right there is a merging that I think happened in your house.
okay.
This is a merging of two different models. This one